What is up, viewers? Spang here, bringing you a tutorial on how to record replays in World of Tanks. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is go into your game menu and then settings. Now, under the game tab, you will see an option that says enable battle recording. Check that box. Without this, your game will not record any of your matches. After this box is checked, however, it will record absolutely every single one of your games played in a very small replay file. Now, these files are not accessible via Windows Movie Viewer or whatever it is. I think that's what WMV stands for. So Windows Movie, QuickTime, any of the other random, video players out there, they will not play these files. These files are executed by the game client itself. So once you have those replays recorded, you're going to want to go to your desktop. Now, another thing to note is that the replays will not play if your game client is already running. So if you are running World of Tanks, you're going to want to quit. And once you are at your desktop, if you don't know where your game installed, that is where your replay file folder is. Now, World of Tanks automatically makes this folder once you start recording replays. And it is, like I said, right where your game installed. If you aren't sure where that is, simply go to your search bar and your Windows little icon here, and you're going to type in replays. Now, it is possible multiple games of yours will record replays, and most of those will show up in documents. Now, however, the World of Tanks replay file will show up under files. And so you click that, and right there, you will see the path of where your game installed for future reference. This is important to note for something I'm going to cover a little later. Like I said before, all these are the replays that the game automatically records, and you simply have to double click it and it will execute it using the game client like previously stated. So you don't have to convert files or anything like that. It should automatically use the World of Tanks exe to run these. Now, if your game did not install properly for whatever reason, you will have to automatically set this. This is one of the things that apparently some of you have run into issues with before. Mine automatically did it, but apparently that's not the case with everyone. So you're going to right click, go to open with, and choose default program. Now, it may have recommended programs up here. You're obviously, if it does, just click World of Tanks and always use selected program to open this kind of file. If not, you're going to want to go to browse. And then once you are browsing, you're going to simply go to your game install location, which, like I said previously before, once you find your replays folder, you should be able to locate where your game installed simply by looking at the file directory. For me, it is in my C drive where my operating system is installed. In games, so just go into games, World of Tanks, and right here, you will see this World of Tanks exe. Now, you don't want the launcher. I'm not 100% if the launcher works, but just go for World of Tanks. That should be the file. I have tested this out. I know for a fact the World of Tanks exe works. The World of Tanks launcher, not so sure, but why bother with it if I know the other one works just fine, right? So once that is set, simply open, and there you go. Hit OK, and voila. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I believe I have covered everything this time. The one thing I did not cover last time was simply the fact of how to open these files. Like I said, it is important to keep in mind these are not video files. These are game execution files. So these have no video properties in and of themselves. There might be a converter out there. In fact, I've heard there is a converter out there which makes, I'm not sure how it works, to be honest, but it does make these into video files by some sort of technology magic, I suppose. But I do not know where that is located. I apologize if you want to use that. Otherwise, if you want to record matches and upload them to YouTube like I do, you'll have to use a third-party program such as Fraps or MSI Afterburner, DxTory, any of the many screen capture software devices out there. If you don't want to do that, I suppose you can just Google search for that converter and hopefully you find it. But anyway, if you have any questions or suggestions on how I can make this tutorial better, I believe I've covered everything this time. But if I have missed anything, I will simply post it in the comments below. If you have any questions, also in the comments below. And if I think it warrants a revisit like this did, I will just upload an updated version and hopefully it will be very useful to you guys. And I hope this was useful to you guys. But until next time, this is Spang and I am signing off.